Hello, everyone. Tonight, I want to tell you a story about a key. It was small. It was old. It looked very simple. Many people would walk past it. Few people would stop to look. One day, a young boy found the key. He picked it up. He turned it over in his hand. It felt cold. It was heavy for its size. He looked around. There was no door, no lock, no house. Only the small key. The boy smiled. "What does this open?" No one answered. Sometimes life is like that. We find something valuable. Before we understand why it is valuable, many people want opportunities. A better job, a better future, a better life. They wait for a door to appear, but they forget something important. A door is not enough. Without the right key, a door stays closed. Life is not only about finding opportunities, it is also about preparing for them. Think about learning English. Many people ask, "When will I use English?" That is a natural question. But perhaps there is a better one. If the opportunity comes tomorrow, will I be ready? Perhaps one day, you will travel to another country. Perhaps one day, you will meet a new friend. Perhaps one day, your dream job will ask for English. No one knows when that day will come. Opportunities rarely send a message first. They simply arrive. That is why preparation matters. A key is made before the door is opened, not after. Good habits work the same way. We build them before we need them. A firefighter trains before the fire. A pilot studies before the flight. A musician practices before the concert. Preparation always comes first. English is no different. Every story you listen to is making a small key. Every sentence you understand shapes that key. Every new word makes it a little stronger. At first, the key seems too small to matter. One sentence, one lesson, one short story. It feels like almost nothing. But small things often become important later. Imagine putting one coin into a jar every day. One coin looks small. After 1 week, the change is hard to see. After 1 month, the jar becomes heavier. After 1 year, you are surprised by how much has grown. Learning is like that. Progress is quiet. Preparation is quiet. Most important things grow quietly. The boy looked at the key again. It still looked ordinary. Nothing about it seemed special. But he decided to keep it. Not because he knew which door it would open, but because he believed. Every good key is waiting for the right moment. Perhaps we should do the same. Keep learning. Keep preparing, even when you cannot yet see the door. One day, you may discover that the key was never the problem. You were simply walking toward the right door. The boy put the key into his pocket. He did not know where it belonged. He did not know when he would use it. But somehow, it felt too important to throw away. As he continued walking, he kept thinking about one question. Why do we value a key? A key is only a small piece of metal. By itself, it cannot protect you. It cannot feed you. It cannot build a home. Yet people keep their keys carefully because they know the value is not in the key itself. The value is in what it can open. Life is full of things like that. A notebook looks ordinary. Until one idea changes your future. A book looks ordinary. until one sentence changes the way you think. A conversation feels ordinary, until one piece of advice stays with you forever. Small things often carry great value. English may feel like one of those small things. Today, it is only a few simple words. Tomorrow, it may become a conversation. Next year, it may become a new friendship. One day, it may become a new job. The future often grows from small beginnings. That is why we should never laugh at small efforts. Imagine a person planting bamboo. For a long time, nothing seems to happen. Day after day, he waters the ground. Week after week, he waits. Some people walk by and smile. Nothing is growing, but the person continues. He trusts the process. Then one day, the bamboo begins to rise. It grows much faster than anyone expected. People are surprised, but the person is not. He knows the bamboo was growing long before anyone could see it. The roots were becoming stronger. Learning English is often like that. For weeks, you may feel nothing has changed. You still forget words. You still need subtitles. You still make mistakes. It is easy to believe. You are standing still, but you are not. Every lesson is growing roots. Every story is growing roots. Every minute you spend listening is making your foundation stronger. One day, someone will ask you a simple question in English. Without thinking, you will answer. You may even surprise yourself. That moment is not luck. It is the result of many quiet days. Many people only celebrate flowers. Very few people celebrate roots. But healthy roots always come first. Success is usually invisible before it becomes visible. The same is true in life. Think about confidence. People often believe confidence comes first. Then they take action. But very often, the opposite is true. People take small actions, again and again. Slowly, confidence begins to grow. Confidence is not the key. Action is. Action creates confidence. The boy touched the key in his pocket. He could still feel its weight. It reminded him of something. The key was ready. Perhaps the door was not. Sometimes we spend too much time asking, "Where is my opportunity?" Perhaps a better question is, if the opportunity comes today, am I ready? That question changes everything. Instead of waiting, we begin preparing. Instead of hoping, we begin practicing. Instead of dreaming, we begin doing. One page, one lesson, one story, one conversation. Small actions become quiet preparation. Quiet preparation becomes confidence. Confidence opens doors. The boy smiled. For the first time, he realized the most important door was not somewhere in front of him. It was the one he was slowly opening inside himself. The boy took the key out again. He looked at every small detail. The little teeth, the smooth metal, the tiny scratches. Someone had used this key many times. It had opened something important. The boy wondered, what if I try every door I see? Then he smiled. That would not work. One key cannot open every lock. It must fit. Life is often like that. Many people try to become everything. They want every skill, every opportunity, every success. They run from one goal to another. Soon, They become tired, not because they worked hard, but because they had no clear purpose. The key teaches us something different. It does not try to open every door. It is made for one. That is enough. The same is true for our time. There are 24 hours in one day. Everyone receives the same amount. The difference is not the number of hours. The difference is how we use them. Some people spend hours worrying. Others spend those same hours learning. One choice slowly changes a life. Think about a gardener. He does not water every place in the yard. He waters the plants that he wants to grow. His time has a direction. His effort has a purpose. Because of that, the garden becomes beautiful. Our attention works the same way. Whatever we give our attention to slowly grows. If we feed fear, fear becomes stronger. If we feed excuses, excuses become stronger. If we feed good habits become stronger. English grows in exactly the same way. Many learners try too many things. One new app today, a different book tomorrow, another course next week. They keep changing, but they never stay long enough. To see real progress, simple learning is often stronger. Choose one path. Stay with it. Listen every day. Read every day. Speak a little every day. Small actions become familiar. Familiar actions become habits. Habits become part of your life. That is how real learning happens. Imagine a blacksmith making a key. He does not finish it in 1 minute. He heats the metal. He shapes it. He checks it carefully. Again and again. A very small mistake can keep the key from working. Success is often like that. Tiny improvements matter. A little more patience. A little more practice. A little more courage. Each one shapes who we become. The boy closed his hand around the key. He no longer wondered if it could open every door. He realized that was never its purpose. Its purpose was simply to be ready for the right one. Perhaps we should stop asking, how many doors can I open? Perhaps we should ask, am I becoming the right key? That question is quieter, but it may change the rest of our lives. Every lesson you study, every page you read, every story you finish is shaping you. You may not notice it today, but little by little, your mind is changing. Your confidence is growing. Your future is becoming different. One day, the right door will appear. When it does, you will not need to panic. You will not need to wish. You had started sooner. You will simply smile. Take out the key. You have been making one day at a time, and quietly, you will be ready. The boy continued walking. The little key rested quietly in his pocket. He no longer wondered where the door was. Instead, he thought about something else. Perhaps finding the door was not the first step. Perhaps becoming ready was. Many people spend their lives looking for the perfect opportunity. They believe happiness is waiting somewhere else. A better city, a better job, a better tomorrow, a better chance. Sometimes those things do arrive, but they do not always change a person's life, because a new opportunity cannot replace good preparation. Imagine receiving a beautiful piano. It is a wonderful gift. But if you have never practiced, you cannot play a beautiful song. The piano was not the problem. Preparation was. Imagine receiving a passport to travel anywhere in the world. Without confidence, you may never leave the airport. The opportunity is there, but fear keeps the door closed. Now think about English. Many learners say, I will study when I have more time. I will study when I feel motivated. I will study next month. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. Months become years. The perfect time never arrives. The people who improve are usually not the people with the most free time. They are the people who begin anyway. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, one short story, one simple lesson. Small moments become strong habits. Strong habits become quiet confidence. Confidence changes the way you see yourself. One day, someone speaks to you in English. You understand. Not every word, but enough. You answer with a smile. You realize something wonderful. The door did not suddenly open. You had been opening it, little by little, for many months. Progress often feels invisible. While it is happening, think about the sunrise. When you look outside, the sky still seems dark. A few minutes later, the light becomes softer. Then the clouds begin to shine. Soon, the whole world looks different. No single moment created the morning. It happened gradually. Growth is like that. Most changes arrive quietly. That is why patience is such an important skill. Patience is not doing nothing. Patience is continuing, even when you cannot yet see the result. The boy touched the key again. Its shape had not changed. Its weight had not changed. But something inside him had changed. He no longer carried the key because he hoped for luck. He carried it because it reminded him to keep preparing. Every page you read is shaping your future. Every sentence you understand is making your mind stronger. Every time you choose to continue, you are becoming someone who does not give up easily. Perhaps that is the greatest gift English can give us. Not only a new language, but a stronger way of living. The boy smiled quietly. He looked at the road ahead. There were still many places he had never seen, many doors he had never opened. For the first time, that did not make him nervous, because he understood something simple. If he kept learning, kept growing, and kept preparing, then someday, when the right door appeared, he would already have everything he needed. The sun was beginning to set. The light became softer. The road became quieter. The boy kept walking. The little key was still in his pocket. He had carried it for many days. At first, he thought the key was leading him to a door. Now he understood something different. The key had been changing him. As he walked, he noticed an old wooden door. It was simple. It was quiet. There was nothing special about it. He stopped for a moment. Then he smiled. He did not feel excited. He did not feel nervous. He simply reached into his pocket. He held the key. For a second, he looked at it. Then he looked at himself. Something inside him had become different. Many days ago, he wanted to find the right door. Now he wanted to become the right person. That may be one of the most important lessons in life. People often believe that one opportunity will change everything. But opportunities usually reveal who we already are. If we have prepared, we are ready. If we have not prepared, we wish for more time. That is why today matters. Not someday. Today. Every small choice is shaping tomorrow. When you decide to read one page, you are changing tomorrow. When you listen to one story, you are changing tomorrow. When you learn one new sentence, you are changing tomorrow. The future is built quietly. It is not built in one great moment. It is built in many ordinary moments. Sometimes people ask, how can I stay motivated? Perhaps motivation is not the answer. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you feel full of energy. Other mornings you feel tired. Some days learning feels exciting. Other days it feels slow. If you wait for perfect motivation, you may wait for a very long time. Habits are stronger than motivation. Habits stay even when feelings change. That is why small routines are so powerful. Read a little. Listen a little. Think a little. Learn a little. Then do the same tomorrow. One day, those small actions will no longer feel difficult. They will simply become part of your life. Imagine a person brushing their teeth. They do not wonder if they should do it today. It is simply part of who they are. Learning can become like that. English can become like that. Not something you force yourself to do. Something you naturally do. That is when real growth begins. The boy placed the key into the lock. He turned it gently. The old door opened without a sound. He looked inside. There was no treasure, no gold, no great reward, only another path. The boy laughed softly. For a moment, he thought the journey was over. Then he realized it was only beginning. Life is full of doors. Each one leads to another path. Learning is the same. One book leads to another. One conversation leads to another. One dream leads to another. There is no final lesson. There is only the next step. Perhaps that is the greatest gift of learning. It keeps opening new doors, not only in the world, but inside ourselves. The boy looked at the little key one last time. Then he carefully put it back into his pocket. He knew it was never a magical key. It was a quiet reminder. Prepare before the opportunity comes. Keep learning before you think you are ready. Keep growing before anyone notices. Keep walking even when the next door is still far away. One day you will stand in front of a door that once felt impossible. You will smile. Not because you were lucky, but because you quietly prepared for that moment one simple day at a time. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me. Take good care of yourself. Keep learning. Keep growing. Remember, small steps can change your life. I'll see you in the next story.